Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. A quick look here at AVAX. Happy Friday to you. We're going to double check a couple of key factors here. We got our larger fib levels pulled up here, of course, from the most recent low to the most recent high. Kind of consulting here this 0.618 fib level, common retracement level for to see any type of potential bounce. We do have potential also double bottom here forming. There's a lot of reasons why this coin could behave poorly, but also behave well. So we're going to double check that and a couple of important factors in the back end too. So we're going to jump into some back end data as well, just kind of see where we're at. Generally speaking, when you see a coin performing the way that it has, you want to be kind of careful in taking an entry. But generally speaking, we can see there's a lot of liquidation closer to the lower price point here at about $50. That is a bit concerning. So we want to be mindful that the price could still diverge and continue lower, especially retesting this level multiple times. You retest the supports over and over again, it is more likely to break. Okay. So taking a look at the current price action, we can see roughly $50, $50.5, $50.50 effectively as that lower level liquidity. Some late longs here getting moderately swept at $52.60. We got some shorts as well at about $58. So generally speaking, we're kind of in between that range of liquidation, but there is more below the price action than above the price action. What does that mean for us here? Well, it all depends on how you look at it. We got this recent point of control we've lost at $54. Talked about that being a very important support level. We can't close above that here today. I think we're going to be in trouble. Let's double check the daily time frame and see where we're at, and just confirm, if I'm not mistaken, we are doing well with our moving averages, which we are. And this is one of the few coins, AVAX, Solana, and Filecoin. No, there's a couple of others that are just they're still maintaining above the 20-day SMA. And the reason why that's beneficial is because that tells us that the overall trend is still moving up. We're still honoring this ascending trend line and in pretty decent shape. Okay. So even though the price is pulling back, yes, is it just going to drop and dump from here? It would take a lot of volume to get through that level, if it makes sense, right? This most recent $50 to $48 range, that's notoriously been a strong support level for us, or strong resistance, and should be a new support. But again, there's conversely here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times we've retested this 0.618 fib level at $54. This may be the breaking point. Okay. So there's a solid chance, just based on this overall sentiment here, the price action would drop from 54 to 50. That seems likely. It just, again, bird's eye view. Let's look a little closer and see though, because we take a look at traditional RSI, or sorry, stochastic RSI, traditional RSI, they're all kind of moving down closer towards 50, or in this case, trying to bounce off that lower level. We can see money flow index pulling back. Money's flowing away from the coin. We're soon to diverge. Okay. Now, again, this is no guarantee, but I gave this parallel recently here with Solana, and the fact that when we hit a MACD divergence on the daily, it is due for further correction. In this case, we came down about 11% from our original divergence here. Okay. That's just an example of how the price goes up and inevitably comes down. We can see here as well, this is our divergence here, where the MACD diverged and stopped all the way over here. So hypothetically, it went this far, and from top to bottom, it corrected itself by 45%. So both two divergences on the daily have provided some significant correction for AVAX, maybe just an average of 20-25%. So is that going to happen here today? Yeah, there's a possibility of that. It certainly looks like it wants to pull back, but again, we're over the 20-day SMA, generally giving us the indication that the coin is still bullish. I'm using air quotes in that, very significant, because the simple fact that you can only retest a support level so many times before it breaks. And this 0.618 level here, about $54, is absolutely one of those levels that's not having any luck. We've been below 50 on the RSI for, 3 days now, and still not showing any sign of breaking through that. We can see stochastic RSI trying to swing down as well, just kind of giving us the indication the price is pulling back, and MACD is now diverging, or at the MACD FU here. So all that put together equals bearish sentiment. We can also see, once again, you kind of zoom in a little bit ever since, what is this, the March 11th, the strongest amount of volume is right there where we're at right now. Okay, so is that going to work as a support or a resistance for us? All depends on how Bitcoin behaves. Again, Bitcoin can recover to 64, 65K today. We might see a situation where AVAX can bounce, but that's going to be pretty much the only condition that's going to need to be met. If Bitcoin continues to go sideways and or down, I think that AVAX is going to push towards 50 pretty hard. Okay, so again, a short to 50 seems like a realistic possibility here. Other than that, though, honestly, we're below the 20 and the 50-day SMA. That's not a great sign. A lot of coins are transitioning in that range. Still over the 100 and the 200, of course, but that's more of a consolation. Looking here at TD sequential, unlike other coins, we're not overextended at all, which is good and bad. Good in the sense that we could see a recovery, but bad because we could see the price run to the downside a lot harder because it's not, it hasn't lost any key level supports yet. Once again, this 0.618 level is an important level to hold. If we see here, we can see that we are below 50 on the RSI. Hourly just looks pretty bearish too. Let's double check the Ichimoku cloud and confirm. We've now been under the cloud for about 4 hours. We're below that point of control, and conversion line is dropping below the baseline. Lagging span is soon to intersect. This is just a big mess, folks. Me personally, I'm going to want to wait until the end of today's trading day to kind of see if this cleans up a little bit. The price does come up here. We close over this $54 mark. Then I think that the downtrend could be invalidated. But if we do end up closing below 54, I do think there's a distinct probability the price will continue lower, especially if Bitcoin continues to misbehave. But again, a lot of this factors in Bitcoin dominance. How's that going to factor in this weekend? Right now, Bitcoin dominance is kind of pulling back, and a lot of alts are pulling back too. So it's never like a healthy place to see that. I really do not like that when that kind of condition is present in the market. So it really gives me lack of confidence in altcoins. But once again, leading into the weekend, if that dynamic can shift and Bitcoin dominance starts to pull back, we could very well see some alts recover. So it's kind of a flip of a coin in that sense. Me personally, when I see these kind of things happen, I try to avoid taking trades. Again, if today's candlestick closes, just say we close below key levels resistance for Bitcoin here today, I'm going to probably be more likely to consider shorting AVAX than taking long. There's a lot more bearish signs than bullish signs. However, I don't have enough here to want to warrant a short position until I get at least a solid candlestick closure. Okay, so what I'm going to be waiting for today to see what's going on, I'm going to set an alert, kind of see if we can potentially retest this mid $54 range and kind of see where we can go from there. Once again, we had this previous range that we want to kind of pay attention to, and of course the lower range as well. We're right now kind of smack dab right in the middle of that little range, so not really a great place to be. Okay, I hope I made sense with this. I know it seems kind of rhetorical how I describe things, but generally speaking, trading is a lot of figuring out what not to do, and we're convincing ourselves not to take a trade here. You don't want everybody to try to be here like, oh yeah, but we got a hidden bearish divergence on the 2-minute chart, and I think it might be a good entry. That's all crazy stuff, folks. Try not to get too crazy with candlestick patterns. I do see that very present with a lot of people. It works well in smaller time frames, of course, if you're getting in and out of the market quickly. But from a macro perspective here, we don't have anything that's super stellar telling us the price should go up right now. All the more reason why shorts might be a little bit more appropriate if we close below this level here today. All right, folks, thanks again for watching. Oh, make sure you check out AVAX on the best exchange in the world. Bitunix link down below. You can check them out. Of course, there's no KYC or VPN required. Really awesome exchange, highly recommended. And get some nice rewards too if you use my link to register. Have a great rest of your day, folks. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.